Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome back to Man and Machine here with the PeakBot team, myself and Ben, co-founders of PeakBot, the household name for automated trading. Ben, happy Monday. How you doing?
Happy Monday. Doing pretty good. War's over, apparently.
Backstage, he's like, we're like, hey, what do we talk about today? What can we discuss? And Ben goes, well, war's over. We can talk about that. First words out of your mouth. Okay, tell us more.
We'll see. Straight from Forex Factory. If you were watching futures at like 7 a.m., which I was up and watching, you would have seen futures shoot up 200 points, like almost instantly. It was a pretty wild ride. We've since subsided a little bit, and now from the low of the night, we're still up. Yeah, let me pull up this chart here. Pretty crazy stuff going on here. Let's get that up. Check that out.
Oh boy,
that doesn't signify American resilience. I don't know what does.
So this is ES.
This is ES. Yes. Let's take a look at I haven't looked at the minute bars, but
so it was a couple minutes of nuttiness.
Yeah. So look at that. 7:05. Bam. And the quote from our president says,
was it a tweet?
It was from Truth Social because he's not allowed on Twitter. Actually, I don't know if he's back on Twitter. I don't think so. I think he's just on Truth Social. I am pleased to report that, let me share that too, that the United States of America and the country of Iran have had over the last 2 days very productive conversations regarding a complete and total resolution of our hostilities in the Middle East based on the tenor and tone of these in-depth, detailed, and constructive conversations, which will continue throughout the week. I have instructed the Department of War to postpone any and all military strikes against Iranian power plants and energy infrastructure for a 5-day period. So we've got 5 days.
It's not over. It's paused.
To work things out.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, this makes it look like it's over.
Well, it's a very small window of time in which you are referring to.
Yeah.
Okay, well, a lot to look out for today. I like this quote that now that Iran has been defeated, the only enemy now is the Democrats. I wish I was joking. Yeah, that's our president. Well, I'll tell you, whether you're political or not, you do got to pay some attention to the market when this guy's talking, especially in all caps, I guess. He doesn't do it on every post, but he does. He is in all caps a lot.
Yeah,
which makes me think he's doing it. It almost makes me think he's typing. Like he might be the only president ever to type out his own tweets. Like I don't know if there's a team. I mean, of course there's a team.
I
think he's doing it anyway.
Obama.
Yeah.
Obama did.
Yeah, it's true.
Sure.
All right. So then I'm going to look at what's SPY at pre-market. So closed at 648.47, pre-market up at 658 right now. So up $10 pre-market. Very interesting. It's been a slide, right? It's been a slide the last few days. And we're going to really kind of see what we're heading into this week. I forget if it's really been a slide for the last few weeks, I guess, Ben. The last one, it looked like, now I'm looking at weekly bars on SPY, and February 23rd is when we started getting red. But anyway, okay. So a lot to talk about today. I don't know if that's actually true. We recapped a lot on Friday. So we'll go through the bot shop. We're going to talk about stocks in real life, which is an interesting one today. And we'll look at some economic events. Maybe we'll tease. We're doing a webinar tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Alerts are unalive.
We're apparently not allowed to say that word, unalive.
DEAD. Alerts are dying, and it's the sad reality. Why don't we have music, Ben? I think that's on you. It just hit me.
Oh yeah, it's definitely on me. I'm the initial music guy.
It's all right.
I'm gonna put on night driving. How about that?
For sure.
We haven't used that in a while.
Feels like nighttime out. It's terrible out here in northern New Jersey.
Yeah, gloomy day.
So why don't we get into it? We still got time for people to join here over the next few minutes. Maybe you're on your commute to work. Maybe you're not. But Ben, let's get into it. What do you want to start with?
Yeah, let's do some stocks in real life. We're going to be talking about Coinbase today, ticker COINBASE. I have never traded Coinbase. Dillon, any personal experience with Coinbase? Are you a crypto guy?
Uh-uh. Do I look like a crypto? For those who've tuned in, Doug, do I look and sound like a crypto guy? No, Ben, you know that, and you have to ask on air. But no, I'm not a crypto guy, and it's for a lack of knowledge around it more than anything else.
Mhm.
I think in my Robinhood account, I remember when like the winning decision a little. I don't know if I like that answer. Look, I have to sit up whenever a comment comes in. I remember when in Robinhood, the explosion, probably COVID, maybe even earlier, it was Bitcoin or Ethereum, and you were one side or the other. And this was before all the other crazy coins and everything else. And I had some Ethereum, and I felt like I was winning because the big dog was the Bitcoin, and Ethereum was kind of like second place backup, but like maybe that was more reason to get it. That's the most experience I ever had. And then I closed my Robinhood account and I sold it all. I lost all. I think virtually when I had it.
Remember Doge though? Dogecoin.
Of course. I don't think I jumped in on it. Did you?
I think you did because I remember we were together. I don't remember if we were together for the live part of it, but I think we were both holding Doge when Elon Musk went on Saturday Night Live, and we thought it was going to go from like 70 cents to like $7.
And we used that as our example as to why not do that for the next few years. That was Doge, huh?
Man. That was Doge. Man. I have no idea what it's at now. I'm not going to look.
You want to check?
No.
Okay, let's talk about Coinbase.
Coinbase.
Your experience.
So yeah, I've got a Coinbase account. I think I've got a little bit of Bitcoin in there. By a little bit, I mean maybe like, I don't know, $500. I haven't looked. Okay. I have no idea what it's worth. I forget when I bought it.
I'm gonna make you look. Why can't you look live on air?
I can. I'm probably logged out right now, and I probably have to.
That's all right. If it's a pain, don't worry about it.
Let me just see if I could log in without having a. If I'm already logged in, I'll let you know. Yeah, we'll see if it's easy or not.
Okay. While you're doing that, Ben, my experience with the stock coin from Coinbase, we did this in PeakBot picks. This was on trend spread for a while. And
I got to confirm my tax status and stuff now. It's asking
forget it.
Not doing that.
So Coinbase was on trend spread. One of our strategies doing directional credit spreads Monday to Friday, collecting premium, rolling assignments or rolling contracts. And we did it. I don't know if I ever actually traded it though, Ben, because I haven't looked at the stock in a while, but from my memory, it's expensive and widespread. And so I wasn't ever really into it. Have you ever traded coin live in any of your PeakBot strategies? And pardon me, I'm going to go off camera for a second to blow my nose.
Oh, yes. Take care of that. I have traded coin. I'm actually in a coin position. Oh, nope, not anymore. But the JTNC, our partner JTNC, their Superstars bot trades coin periodically. So I was in a coin position last week. Let's see how. I have no idea how I did. We're still kind of in testing for Superstars. Oh wait, no, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to find my activity here. Coin. Let's see. That's not coin. Oh, you know what? My coin trade from last week was canceled. All right. The bot tried. Yeah, exactly. The bot tried to trade it. It did get it for our other test account. Didn't get it here, but hey, this is why we test. So I mean, other than trading Coinbase, I'm not a huge user on Coinbase. I do agree with Doug's comment that crypto is going to fade given and give way to prediction markets. I mean, I feel like Kalshi and Polymarket are like unstoppable now. Like
it still hasn't been long enough. They haven't been in the sun long enough, but they're certainly the most the hottest thing. And those are just the two big dogs. There are what feel to be hundreds of them now.
There's gonna be, yeah.
Yeah. And I got the chart up for coin, by the way.
Oh, okay, great. I was going to pull it up, but if you've got it up, keep it there.
All right. So here, before we're zoomed in here to the last, call it, few months. I'm going to look on another screen, their IPO. Any guesses?
Their IPO, oh, geez. 2016.
Yeah, I think you overthought that.
What?
2021, April 14th, 2021. So we're talking 1 year into the COVID bubble. Shares debuted at $381 a share.
Doug got it right. Doug guessed 2021.
21. Yep. Did he get it right, or did he just put it in after we said it?
No, he got it right.
Okay. So let's look at all-time chart here now. Okay, here we go. So launched right here at that 381 price. At launch, didn't do so well, truthfully. It looked like for a couple months, 2 months maybe, dropped down into the 230 range, got back up. Big slide from November 21 to January of 23, a bad time to be holding Coinbase. But since then, it has been pretty fun. Bottomed out at, $31 a share. And been on a pretty, I want to say, consistent pattern up. And reached a high of $430 something. It looks like $440 maybe. Let's zoom in a little bit more. What's the high on this bad boy? 444.65, and that was back in July of last year, and since then has been bearish. I guess you can say it's been bullish since for the last month. But so quite a ride, right, Ben? I mean. I guess this. I'm trying to think as I'm looking at this. Like, does this match the ebbs and flows of crypto itself in this time? You'd think it would to a certain extent. But what are your thoughts looking at this? I don't want to touch it, but we're hitting.
Yeah, it looks like there's a support. What's that? 150.
Call it 146 ish.
Yeah. All right, 145.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind playing that. I think we forgot to mention this on Friday. What was the trade that I took last week? It was Dollar Tree. That wound up winning. I won $25 on my dollar spread there. Yeah.
25. Yeah. So risked 100 for 25 and you got it. What direction was it? Or no, you bought something.
No. It was a spread.
Okay.
It was DLTR.
What did you need to stay over? I'll pull it up.
I sold the 115 call and then bought the 116. So dollar spread at 115.
Nice. Yeah.
That was good.
All right. Very cool. Oh man, yeah, that was a nice play. Okay, cool. Well done. Let's go back to coin here. Ben, I think you're right. I kind of like that bottom there at this 145 price. Let's zoom out here now. Here's the thing. What was I looking at? Weeklies? Okay, it was the weeklies where it started to get obvious that it was bouncing off of this line. Ben, if you kind of look here, there's also maybe something going on at this price point, right? We've kind of bounced off this level here,
a couple times.
Twice, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So I wonder what a condor would look like at 220 and 145.
While I'm pulling up the chain, give me like an expiration now, because again, we're looking at weekly bars here.
Yeah, that's true. Do this week.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, let's see what we've got going for this week.
All right, so I'm going to pull this up. Nice, clean Tradier account. And by the way, for those keeping track at home, I reset this account anytime it hits 5K. That's what I've been doing lately, just keeping my small account here. And so this thing has been ripping. I'm up $2,800 in a couple weeks. Okay, maybe 2 months, but still insane. All right, what were we looking at? Coinbase?
I don't like how they take the your deposits and throw it into your chart as if you lost all that money.
And you know what? We're not talking crap about one broker here. They all do it.
They all do it.
I don't get it. It just seems like a little lift for them, you know? For Schwab. Hey, Schwab, get it figured out. Tradier, you'll do it once they do it. All right, what were our strikes here? 220. So we were going to sell the 220 call. Am I right?
Yep.
Okay, so they're going to sell the 220 call, and we were going to buy that, what, 145? So why did we offer that?
Sell the 145.
It's not even here, dog. How about that? What do you think about that? What do I?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess try the 155.
No, 150. I'm getting as close.
Well, then you can't create the spread without making more strikes. Oh no. Did you freeze? I think you froze. All right.
Did we go out there for a second?
You did. You went out.
Okay. Do you want to take over? I think I can still get this done.
No, you're good. Yeah, just make the spread.
Now, okay, you're right, because no, I can do this, right? Buy 152.5. Does that make sense for you?
Nope.
No, you're
that's
right.
A debit spread.
Right. So let's go. You're right. 155 and 152.5.
There you go.
Okay.
What are we looking at? Ooh.
34-cent mid.
No, thank you.
No, thanks. It's a very wide spread.
Well, yeah. Honestly, I'm probably not going to trade much this week with everything going on.
Well, what do you mean? War's over, dude. We're back.
Yeah. You're right.
All right. So that's it. Look, Coinbase, it came up. I think maybe in the next few weeks or months, we probably come up with a new segment other than stocks in real life. I just feel like we haven't. Every week we look at stuff and we're like I shouldn't say we hardly put together a trade idea. You put one together last week and it won. It was good. And anybody watching probably like that. Not financial advice, by the way. Anything else to address here on Coinbase? I'm not touching it, although I did like those support and resistance lines there.
No, I mean, I guess the last comment about Coinbase. So yes, last comment about Coinbase is typically, from what I've seen, it is pretty liquid. Doug just mentioned in the comments, the spread will get tighter when the market opens. Usually pretty liquid, not a terrible stock to automate, with PeakBot on any of our strategies that Coin is available on. And of course, like I mentioned, our partners at JTNC are trading Coinbase as well. So if you're subscribed to their bot, when their Superstars bot launches, you'll potentially get some Coinbase trades. Yeah, all good from there.
Stressful earnings.
Big miss for Q4 earnings.
Yeah, not kidding. I wonder what analysts say, but I clicked out of it somehow and can't find it again. So, oh well. Here it is. Technical. Now we're already here. Okay, bearish. Analyst ratings, forecast. We always see this split of green and red. I feel like strong buy. Yeah. All right, cool. That's Coinbase. Ben, what else we got today, man?
We get over to the bot shop, where we will continue our conversation around the vertical wheel strategy. We are in week 4 of the vertical wheel strategy. Is that right? Or are we in week 5? I think we're in week 4.
I think we're 4. We didn't talk about combo spreads last time.
Combo spreads. So yeah, so we've covered the foundation. What is the vertical wheel and how do we trade it or automate it at PeakBot? What does that weekly cycle look like? What does it look like when your account gets assigned? Remember, we're using SPY as an example, so relatively expensive example. I'm personally wheeling TQQQ. I think you were too, Dillon.
I was. I moved my money around a little, so I stopped, but I'm almost always wheeling TQs.
Well, I know for sure you're on King AI. Maybe even King AI Turbo. That's where your capital's going on your small account.
Truthfully, just last night I switched it off of Turbo and back to the original King AI straight. We're on skates. That's my new phrase. Like, we're just way too hot on Turbo right now. But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about.
Yeah, so combo spreads. We're going to talk about combo spreads today. So after you get assigned, you now own 100 shares per contract of whatever ticker you were wheeling. And now you're going to get into a new position today. Today would be the day that the new position is opened, where the bot will sell that 35 delta, or sorry, it'll sell the same call strike that you were assigned at, and it'll buy the 10 delta protective put. So let's take a look at these slides here. So after getting assigned shares, this is something that we always say, Dillon, to our people. You know, the bot doesn't panic sell. You shouldn't panic either. When you signed up for this, you basically agreed and said, hey, I want to own 100 shares of this particular stock or ETF. I want those shares at a price that's currently discounted from where it's at the time of the trade. So after you get assigned shares, the bot will sell a covered call at the assignment strike and buy a protected put at the 10 delta. So this is designed to sell your shares at cost while keeping that downside protection in place at all times. So what does this look like exactly? Going back to our example of SPY, you now own 100 shares at that 580 level. We're going to sell, or the bot's going to sell a call at 580. Remember, we want to buy and sell at the same price. And then we're going to buy that put at the 10 delta. So if SPY does tank, in the case that maybe the war is not over, then you are protected from that downside. Oh no. There we go. Okay. This is another way to look at this and how that spread might shake out your first week of being assigned. So let's assume you get assigned at 580. SPY opens on Monday at 576. Well, we're going to sell the 580 strike. Let's assume that we collect $1.80 for that, and we're going to buy the 566 strike. That's our 10 delta protection. We pay 90 cents for that insurance. Overall, we collect 90 cents in credit. So we're holding shares now. Our idea is to break even on the shares, and we're going to continue to collect credit each week. We're going to continue to get paid, pay ourselves every single week by selling this call and buying a strike. Now, that might not always be the case, and we'll talk about a scenario that might not be the case in just a second. But we could end up with either a net credit or a net debit. All right, so the scenario we just talked about was a net credit when price is near or just slightly below the assignment strike. You're going to get higher premium. The put's far out of the money. It's cheaper. This is, we'll call it the more common scenario because, again, with the vertical wheel bot, you're only able to trade, I think it's 11 different ETFs, and those are all pretty mildly moving comparatively in price to other volatile underlying, like when we were trading Upstart, for example. That could, I mean, we saw that move 60% in the course of a couple of days. Now, what can also happen is you could end up with a net debit, and that's when price drops significantly below the assignment strike. And it doesn't have to be an immediate drop. I'm currently in this situation with TQQQ, and I've got to make a decision. So I was assigned TQQQ at $54. It's currently trading at, let's pull up my account here. It's currently trading at $43, but that's pre-market. We're at $45, almost $46, call it. So I'm about $8, call it, below the price that I was assigned at. So when the bot sells my call each week, I'm getting like a penny for it. And it's continuing to buy a put, which has been costing about 20 to 30 cents each week. So I'm actually in a net debit situation where I'm paying more money each week for that protection. So I've got to make a decision now. Do I want to manually override that strike price and basically break even on my put? Like, because that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm waiting for the market to bounce back up. I'm waiting for TQQQ to bounce back up.
And for the war to be over.
And for the war to actually be over. That way I can continue to get that downside protection each week, basically for free. But if price does shoot up, I get assigned at a lower price that I bought the shares for. So I have to sell them at a lower price, take a realized loss. So that's the situation that I'm in right now. Again, I'm not panicking because long term, I'm a believer in this strategy. I believe that it'll pay off. So those are the two different scenarios that can happen when you are in a combo spread. You can either wind up with a net debit or a net credit or a net debit, depending where price is. If you are in a net debit situation, just be aware that you are paying out of pocket each week for that protection. And if you want to cover that protection, you might need to manually adjust the call strike price that you're selling, so that way you can collect enough premium to cover the price of your insurance. So the two goals of this combo spread, again, we want to always sell our shares at cost basis, number one, and number two, we always want to protect the downside. And I'll just leave these outcomes for the Friday expiration on screen here. Let me just try to scroll down a little bit. But Dillon, any questions, comments, concerns about how the vertical wheel is acting, the possibility of ending up in a debit spread situation weekly? What are your thoughts?
The debit spread situation, I bet, can get confusing to newer traders on the wheel, because truthfully, it was even a little confusing to me when we made the update. But it is so much better than what we had done previously. And that's not an insult to us. I guess it's both an insult and a compliment to us. But, remember, there's stages of this. We used to have no protection, right? We used to do what we call the old wheel, the unhedged wheel, the naked wheel, which is just cash secured puts and covered calls. We were doing it at the 25 delta. And look, it's a sound strategy, Ben, for people with big accounts who do it right and don't worry about the short-term losses and aren't going to touch the money. That's fine. That's a great strategy, but that's not the case for most retail traders. So we need to add in the protection. Then we went to the call spread, where we were playing offense, saying, hey, if this thing does bounce up, let's get a little bit of that upside, right? Whereas we're like, hey, let's stop playing offense once we get assigned. Let's play defense. Let's go put the protective put down there at the 10 delta. And if we do get assigned and we got to go play both sides or whatever, what do you think you're going to do, Ben? I don't know if you love paying a net debit every week.
No, I don't. So I'm gonna roll my sold call down, so that way I break even on my put. If price spikes up to where I've got to sell my shares at less than I bought them for, I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
I'll let it happen.
Right. It kind of felt like right when you got on the TQs, it started going pretty bad.
It did, but hey, it's a good use case because or a case study. So after the market turns around, once the war ends, we can put together a nice little case study of, hey, this is how this traded throughout a down period.
Yep. No, I mean, look, the wheel is the longest tenured option strategy here at PeakBot for a reason. Our team does a good job of making sure it's keeping up to speed with the market, but also it's a simple strategy. Simple strategies win. Simple strategies win over time. And I think average return, Ben, we've done multiple case studies on this. I don't know if any one of our team internally has traded it for a full consecutive year in the last year. So I'm not going to say this is like 100% accurate, but this normally provides market-beating returns. I feel very confident in saying that, especially on the ETFs and index funds that are on the watch list now. You can't say the same for the 150 individual stocks that were on there, like the upstarts, etc. But when I trade the wheel, I make about 30% annualized return. I've done it dumb on Carvana. I've done it lucky on Walmart, and I've done it smart with TQs. So, but anyway. Let's great recap here. What's next week on the vertical wheel? Because we're wrapping up here soon.
Yeah, next week we're gonna just review the full wheel in motion. So what does a multi-week scenario look like? What is that earning potential? You mentioned 30%-ish annualized returns. That's in a bull market, right? Bull to neutral market. And if we're truly in a bearish market, which all things considered, we haven't really been in the past, well, really since this bot has been live, that could look a little different, but that's why we have SQQQ available for those bearish markets. So you can still wheel in a bearish market, but we'll look at what multiple weeks in a row could look like and how those gains could stack up in your account. And then we'll cap off the series on vertical wheel, talking about overall risk and running it live, how you might want to size your positions. Again, not financial advice there, but just talking about the reality of how much capital you'll need, what account types you'll need, what the bot will handle, what the user should monitor. So it'll be a really good recap kind of everything we've talked about, plus practical information on how you can use it in your account.
Excellent. Awesome, man. Great session there, Ben. Thank you. I did just put this up at the bottom of the screen, and we can talk a little bit more about it in a second. But I just wanted to remind everybody, we will be going live tomorrow for a webinar, 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Alerts are dead, automate instead. And we're going to be going through our hottest strategy at the moment, King AI, and how you can get started for just a $7 2-week trial. You'll gain access to all of our bots. So information is down at the bottom, peakbot.com/webinar. It'll be hosted here on our StreamYard and our socials. And then, join us live where we break down how we've been doing this for quite a while, over $2 billion in capital traded for over 5,000 traders. So that was my quick plug. Let's hit economic events. You go dark mode on us now.
Unintentionally.
Okay. Nice. What do we got this week?
So nothing much today other than the war ending.
This is great.
Dillon, did you say the word?
I said it. Yeah, I said it. But Doug's saving me here. And when we go down and we hit, hang out with Tradier at the live summit in May, and we're going to use that.
I like that. Alerts are on live. Trade bots to thrive.
Right. It's really good. It's a little wordy, Doug. If we can just.
It's good.
It's really good. There's a base for us to work with there for sure. Doug, what would we do without you, man? If you could find a way to take out two syllables, I'd kiss you.
Alerts are unalive, bots thrive.
Okay, all right.
We're getting there.
Okay. He'll work on it.
All right, what else do we have going on this week? We've got, I think I remember this from Friday. There's nothing much going on this week other than a whole lot of war talk. I'm just scrolling through here. Nothing's really catching my eye saying like we're going to turn things off for this. Pretty mild week in my opinion. Doesn't look like there's going to be anything shutting the bots off. The only thing that will shut the bots off, jokes aside, is increased volatility. Right. So
maybe having to do with global warfare.
Yeah,
it's nothing to laugh about. What else are we supposed to do? Laugh. We laugh when we're uncomfortable. It's all very uncomfortable.
Human nature to do that, right?
Ben, you know what I was thinking about? Because if I don't know if you've seen on any the late night shows or whatever when they do the the key catchphrase. If this is said throughout the show, whenever this word or phrase is said, people at home got a drink or something. Now that's inappropriate to do at 8:30 a.m. on a Monday.
Yeah,
maybe not as inappropriate Friday at noon. But it would be funny if Thomas, just based on our back and forth chat over the weekend or whatever throughout the week, if Thomas was to submit a word or a phrase in which we were unknowingly say throughout the show, and if we said it however many times, something happens. I don't know what happens, but that would be fun.
Or we could go Super Trooper style, where we pick a word to slip in, and we don't tell anybody else, and we see who could slip that word in more.
Oh, that's good too. Too. Okay, but you can't get caught if you're overly. Yeah. All right. You're okay.
If Doug calls us out for saying the word.
War, the war is over. That would have been it today. This is what got me thinking about all this, is because we've said the phrase "the war is over" 10, 12 times now.
Yeah.
And we're liars, probably. But what do we know? All right, Ben, let's get out of here. We got a busy week ahead. The war is over. And we're going to get out of here. We're going to be live Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern time for the automation station. But again, bottom of the screen, not last chance to sign up, but grab the information. PeakBot.com/webinar, free sign up for our Alerts Are Unalive, Trade Bots to Thrive webinar where we'll be breaking out, where we will be breaking down our King AI strategy, which has been crushing it, over 200% return cash on cash over the last 6 months. Let's get out of here. Thank you so much for joining. And as always, we'll see you at the peak. Take care, everybody.
You know how the financial world goes. Here comes the buzzkill. Please make sure to take some time to read this boring disclaimer. We will owe you one.